Let there be peace and love. Welcome to Satsang. Devotion. Let's try to find words about devotion. Real devotion it's a description, so it's not even what I will express. We could say that the one who is totally attracted by what we call the self, what is, merges as the experience of merging into the self, but there is no ownership there. There is no experiencer. That's real devotion. That's what the history relates about the end of Mirabai. Mirabai was known to be a devotee of Krishna, and she ended her life in an Advaitic way. They say she was one with the idol she loved. She merged into the idol, the self. There are many steps for devotions, from the prayer to the love, the God, the beloved, or the self, but these are approaches, till the real devotion may take you. And it remains undescribable because when one speaks of merging, it applies that before that one was not merged, and it is part of the hallucination. And still it can be experienced this way. Do you hear anything with, yeah? That's it.
There is a moving.
You have to speak a bit
oh,
loud.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. So there is a
Movement.
little bit of moving that I arise and I go back to its source.
Yeah.
So when I arise, it's a clear mind there. What I see, it's a clear mind there, and there is too much, but very clear, and then it goes back to the source, and then arise again, and so that there is this moving.
So what do you prefer, to go back or to rise?
To go back.
And actually the rising happens only in the appearance. It's not real.
Yes.
To go back means you are always yourself. You see, it's not a good expression, but it is very meaningful when you still think you were away. So you are yourself, and then apparently, yes, this appearance is still there because this body-mind is still alive. So you see rising and falling back into its source.
Yes, so, and there is a question.
But it's unreal. The rising is as unreal as everything.
Yes, maybe I should see that more because there is a question that it should be always like it should only can happen that arise, but maybe I should see that more. This is unreal. So there is
You
nothing
will see
to...
it only when you prefer to be yourself. Nothing else will work about that, you see. That's why you have to fall in love totally, or you have to be attracted by the wisdom that is heard about what's real, to, as consequences, then you see that everything else, first of all, is the expression of yourself, but if you particularize it, it is unreal by nature, it is apparent.
Maybe now, as I asking this question, because he likes to be, she likes to go to its source, because it is very clear that nothing is there, and there is more love, and
that's what I say again and again. Go to the source that you never leaves. I have to add which is the truth. But again and again, if there is sometimes somewhere, again go back. It's a trick, you know. And you go back to something when you find it most beautiful, most adorable, most real, most wise, whatever word attracts you. Because anyway, it will not be the description given. It is undescribable.
Yes.
Good. So you have a taste, have taste enough that there is no way out to go back.
It also looks like is because of the association, it's a kind of movement out. So it's kind of
association with objects.
Association with objects. It's a kind of a movement this way, and it's maybe it is slowing down a bit because it's
any movement is unreal. It's not what you are. So don't analyze too much the movements.
Okay.
Any movement, as soon as you are aware of it, I'm not that.
Yes.
So where are you left?
Yeah.
Huh? Where are you left? Huh? I want to see. Where are you left? Don't search an answer in your mind.
No.
Where are you left? That's better. Love to be there. What makes you so happy today? Whosoever wants the question. Yes. 3. You went. Who is very happy today? I see more 1. Okay. It was not
Much
you.
better. Much better.
Yeah? Better.
More better. Very nice.
You're approaching yourself. You feel it. You will lose it.
Yeah, if I sing.
Huh?
If I sing, and then I go.
No, if you feel also. Not only thinking has to be
It's
demystified.
both. It's a feeling and kind of knowing. It's
And what about...
you cannot describe it, but it's it
cannot
feels
describe.
real.
Mm,
For,
it feels real,
yeah,
but the feeling will go.
yeah.
So don't stress on the feeling. Stress on the real.
A kind of strongness.
Yeah, but don't trust the strength or the feeling. Trust, yeah, otherwise it will go. Trust that you can see it's real. So from where this is seen, that's real. From where this is felt, that's real. And the feeling will go on changing. According,
Nothing.
huh?
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing you can catch. Yeah, nothing you can catch. That is what you are. The mind cannot catch it, nor the emotions. Nothing which goes on changing can catch it. As a human being, you see, as a I, as a person, one cannot imagine not to feel or not to understand or touch or sense. One cannot imagine because this is the particularity, the qualities of I as a person.
So I have not to give notion to what I feel.
You have not to give value to it. You may feel so in order to at least realize a split second what you are, always. You see, that will be in a split second, but you have to allow that split second. In that way, what means that split second? Not to hook yourself to anything a person is used to use. So no feelings, no understanding, no sense, no whatever you know about that. But don't make it in time, it will not work. You just desire so much to be free, to be what is there that you can not catch, so that it reveals itself. Because if a person interferes, then the person gets some accomplishment or not, but something. Again, then it's missed. Understand that? Great. It has to reveal itself. And it is so... Huh? Yeah?
And is there maybe a little bit of fear to hold something?
But don't go there, it's a feeling. That I wanted to add, there is no compromise here. You see, if you keep one feeling or one understanding or one concept very cherished, you will go on searching for it. Yeah.
Go back there. Menj vissza, menj, go back there. No. Amikor hallok tőle. Állandóan egy folyamat van, állandóan egy folyamatot csinál az elmúlt.
I heard
Loudly.
many times about the go back there and the split second, and my mind wants to
Yeah.
make some kind of continuity from this.
Nagyon nehéz megragadni, mert folyamatosan ezek itt a kulcsok azon mennek. Nagyon könnyű megragadni emiatt.
I see these are the most,
You hear? No.
I see that these are the most important clues here, but my mind wants to.
I wish I would not have to say so, because you see, it's a way to give direction. Otherwise, there is no meaning in split seconds, and what else is there to go back? It's a way to bring you where you never left, but you believe so much that you are away or bound or ignorant, whatever happens to you. You believe it in so much that at least for a while you need a counter direction, a direction that your mind is not used to take.
Ez egy folyamatosan nyúlik folyamat, nagyon időbe vetett ez az egész.
But it's like if it would be a postponement in time.
Még most is mondtál.
It's a postponement to ask about it and not to do it. Cornered.
Igen, és ebből akarok kijönni.
Yes, and I want to go out from it.
Mint én.
You never were in.
Mint én.
Whatever your mind will tell you is just a story of a movie. You know? But here it's not about the end of the movie. It is about what is the screen. And the screen will be yourself when you don't ask a question anymore. The realization is to see that I was always myself. Where I was, it means I was totally so much in all the directions of my mind that I didn't click to this, you know? Yeah. The mind makes it complicated. And the mind is so arrogant that it doesn't want to keep quiet in this subject. It doesn't want to surrender, it means, you know? It's the arrogance. I am somebody. I am born. Of course, I'm this body mind. All what this Advaita says is just mad. Ah. The mind will speak like that. But that's not the language of the self. It's the language of the world, of the samsara, of the appearance. You are all Peters, I don't know which one. You are also Peter? Is Peter, you are Peter. And you? What's your name?
István.
Ashtván.
István.
István. Okay. Peter means, okay. You are one pointed on what? You're puzzled?
Sorry?
You are puzzled?
Puzzled?
No,
Not so much.
not that. How can you not be puzzled? You know something?
You want to make me puzzled?
Yeah? I would love to make your mind puzzled. It's the beginning of its defeat if it's puzzled. Huh? One is very happy today. I will not disturb you. Valmiki! Imagine Valmiki is attending to satsang. What happened to him? Eh? After all your big book, it was not that?
It was too big.
That's it? That's all? Okay. Yes.
Can you speak a little bit more about devotion and the relationship with the self?
Yeah, so
Because-
to hear about devotion and the relationship with the self.
Yeah, because somehow it seems that devotion creates some actions.
You hear or
Do you hear it?
no?
Sorry, I will try.
Maybe someone who has a strong voice can tell again. Or?
Okay, I will try.
Yeah.
Somehow
Yeah.
the devotion it seems that relation with an actions, and to be in the self it's without actions. I can explain more than that. So it seems that to what else
Okay, that's so something about. But first of all, I would not describe like you do. You see, the devotion to the direct to the self is not a relation. Yeah, that is exactly. That's why it is also added. One merges into. To it never went away. That's known, but one is unable to express. So that is the real devotion. There is no relation there. You are the self. You may have an experience of a wave of deep devotion, of merging and all that. That's what I tried to express in the beginning. But it's not a relation. There is no experiencer there. It disappeared. Now, devotion to something else, I would not call it devotion. You may have some loves, likings or pleasures or attachment or desire for something else. Devotion, yet you can use the name of devotion if you have love to realize yourself and you think you are not. So you have devotion to the guidance, to the one who can help you and that you can trust he will at least not fool you. There the devotion awakes. To disappear as a relation. You see, the guide who speaks about the self, what is his goal is that all the relationships disappear because they are seen as unreal. Meanwhile, yes, have devotion to what is said. And devotion comes with trust, with the desire to really accomplish what the wise say, with your glimpses of your own beauty. You see, it's a mistake to split the path of knowledge and the path of devotion. Because, of course, a few may start more with, let's say, as they are used to express themselves through love. Okay, through love. They love because they trust or because they love the guide who speaks, who makes them live something which they really love very much. But that love will bring understanding. And those who need to clear up their mind, once they are clear, they will have complete devotion to be there. They cannot help, they are attracted. It's not two paths, they say, it's the bird with two wings.
When you speak of that, for me, it's when I speak of trust, it feels more than 100% that I can say to myself, I trust the guidance. It's totally real for me. That trust.
Yeah, trust. Yeah.
That I trust. That was yesterday, maybe, so I feel better. But that is what I experienced in myself. I trust the guidance.
You're lucky. So what's missing?
And then I miss nothing. And then I feel also stronger when things happen around.
Yeah, don't care about
Also,
that. Don't care about that.
Yeah,
Even
that
if you are, and suddenly
And
if
then
you
I
are
can-
weak, what will it mean? Don't care about to be strong.
No.
Otherwise you will
also-
be washed away. Otherwise you will be washed away. Okay. We have not to care about the results. They go on changing. It's not yet cooked. Something is cooking, not yet cooked. Okay. Where? Yeah.
I feel the hindrance of a part of me, of the mind, which is trying to understand or trying or waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, first of all, it's good to understand, because it means the mind is getting clear, emptier. When you get emptier, clear, it means you give up many ideas you had about it. And expectation is one of those ideas. Yeah. The human being will always wait for the Big Bang. Always. So, leave it that to the history of science. Be freed from that. Why the scientific is not there today? What happened to him?
They left yesterday.
Forget that one could leave this room. Okay, good. Clear? You see, when you have a moment of relief, hearing, for example, an answer, there is a moment of relief, that's why you smile, no? I guess. Okay, oh. Yeah. You see, the habit is that now I have this experience, and then you return to, maybe something would change, but you return to your mind or your emotions. While when you really desire to be free and that you understood enough, you heard enough with a solid background in you, which doesn't happen like this. It happens, generally speaking, with a few years of satsang. You will be vigilant not to make it only an experience. You will keep quiet, you see, quieter than even the experience, oh, I'm well now. You have to see that this is also an experience. But how this could come, that I am, from where I can see or feel that, you see? Just to cut off this hypnotism with experiences. This is what I mean when I say give yourself a split second of no experience. But for that, you have to be aware not to attach yourself to experience. You have to start to have a very discriminative, very good discrimination or clarity in mind. That helps.
Again, concepts and ideas. I realize as soon as it
I
comes.
think nobody...
Again, concepts and ideas when it comes out of
Yeah.
the mouth. I know every word is a description
Yeah.
of something that's not true
Yeah.
and impossible. So when I think the person, the body-mind thinks there's somewhere to go, something to learn, something to do, I'm lost completely.
Mm-hmm.
When there is silence and I just sit here
Mm-hmm.
and realize there's nowhere to go,
Yeah.
there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
It's here,
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
right here,
Yeah.
quiet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
It's amazing. And don't be afraid of what appears, because this will anyway you see rise, but then you know the nature of it.
Right.
Bas. Great. Now you can go.
One more thing coming.
Don't catch silence, don't catch movements. It, or just know it is in my mind and it is in the body. I am not it. I have seen, I'm not it. I am not going to go back so soon to it. And when you go back, know that you just, the person, the movie is going on.
Right.
You have no control over that. But don't confuse yourself for it. It's about that, you see. Don't confuse.
Right. Again,
Could you confuse? That's with you.
Erre mondod azt, hogy mindig csak azt ismerhetem, ami nem vagyok.
And to that you say you can always just know what you are not.
Yes, it's true. You know what you are not. And strangely enough, you think you know yourself. So what is this? Yeah. So where are you? If you know what you are not, then what the mind will do? What is the state of the mind? Whatever he knows, it's what you are not.
Akkor nem tudhatok semmit.
And I cannot know anything.
Yeah. So it means surrender. Surrender means go back from where I surrenders. Just be there where I alone disappears. I alone, I said, huh?
Találom meg.
I didn't find it.
ezt mondom tegnap, hogy nem tudom megtalálni.
That's what I said yesterday already. I cannot find it.
All what? All what?
Already.
I
All-
said it already. I cannot find it.
Of course. You mean the self? You cannot find it, yeah? Yeah, but when you say that, it's the mind who says, I cannot find it, okay? You're sure about it?
Hát eddig az voltam.
I was till now. Till now, I was sure.
Don't doubt?
No.
Okay, that's very good. I cannot find it. So, next step, disappear. Surrender. Surrender this I who is anyway helpless and hopeless. How to surrender? Just say I, alone now. You do. Anyway, whatever he knows, it's not it. And where this I that you express, where it disappears. At some point, I disappears. At some point, no, not in the forest, where it disappears. No, listen, look at me. When you say sentence, I said that, no? When you say sentence, now it's gone, isn't it? Same with I. Just stay quiet where the expression, you say I and you stop there. I. Stay quiet where I disappears. You went somewhere. You went somewhere. This is the habit of the mind. You see, when a thought disappears, it catches immediately another one. This is the so-called continuity of the mind. But don't be bound by that. So, for once, at least, don't catch a thought, the next thought. That will be great. Huh? You see what you are doing? Okay. It explains, huh?
erős erőfeszítés ott van, hogy ne menjek az én után. De hogy értem, hogy ezt is én csinálom. És annyira így meg akarom lépni, amit mondasz, de
I try very hard. I try so much to not to do that step to following the eye. I don't know what's the problem.
You tried what? You tried what?
meglépni, amit mondasz, hogy tényleg nem, hogy nem, amit mondasz, meglépni, hogy nem menjek az én
Yeah,
után.
but in short.
To do the step, what you tell me to do.
Yeah.
Menjek az énnek, hogy gondolattal,
To
hogy
not follow the eye,
próbálkozással, amit
the
mondasz.
toe.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, difficult. Ask him. What?
Nem mindig így, csak azt hiszem már észre, hogy megtörténik.
Yeah, I just realized that already happened.
Yeah. That's why one spends his life this way. That's why he comes to satsang, to be freed from this tyranny. Yeah, good, you see it? At least you see it. The world doesn't see it. It thinks it's natural. Yeah, that's a great step.
Hát ezt tudom, hogy ez mit
So, huh?
I know this is nothing.
Mármint, hogy ez még elég kevés.
It's not much.
It is enormous. Don't minimize. It is enormous to see that in fact we are bound by the mind. It's amazing to have this discovery. Don't diminish it. It's enormous.
Hozzá képest ez túró, szóval.
But compared with you, this is just chill.
Who cares? I started like this. Who cares? I started like this. Okay? Okay? Everybody starts like this. Oh, so I'm so miserable. My mind doesn't leave me. Please help me. That's how you come. With this attitude, you come to the Guru, no? This is the right attitude to come. Please help me. It's very good to see that we spend our life with the mind. There's no break. Yeah, it's okay. So here starts to. You listen to me now, not to you. Just listen to me for half a minute. So here, give rise to the desire to be free from this so-called hypnotical mind. I want to be free. And I know that's what the wise speak about. I want to realize that. Yeah? It's in you?
Tudtommal igen, hát
As far as I know.
Okay, but how come you have not seen before that you were bound by the mind? Doesn't matter. You know it now. So the desire for freedom will eat away this so-called hypnotism. Know that it's because you think you are this body-mind, that this mind has overpowered this person. What is the root of the mind? Tell me. You came to satsang, so tell me. I. That's what you said? I? Yeah. I. Okay. I. And if you ever asked once, who am I? Where do you go?
Számolni nem tudom, hányszor kérdeztem meg. De jó, hogy most.
I
What?
asked it countlessly.
No. You never asked it so far. It's not true. Otherwise, you would not be stuck here. The answer to who am I, listen to me. You listen too much to your mind. The answer of this unique subjective question, the ever created in the mind, who am I? That subjective question, not objective, goes back to the root. Imagine the root of the mind. The answer will be where the question leaves you when it disappears. Keep quiet. Don't catch another thought for a split second. Do it now. Do it now. Ask this question. I don't see you ask it.
Magamba fölteszem most is.
Ask this question. I cannot ask for you. It's you who have to question. I question. I go there. The answer of this question is where you are left when the question disappears.
Mindig választ vártam erre a kérdésre, szóval az...
Go back to the mind. You don't leave even a 100 split part of the split second free from your mind. That's what I want that you realize. Do you see? Yeah. I want you to realize that you are bound by your mind, and you don't know that immediately. You don't even leave a breath. It's quicker than breathing even to catch the thought. I want you that you start to get vigilant about that. It will help you a lot. Yeah? Okay. You are here enough time. So you give me a report every day about that. Okay, great. explains. One cannot sleep when he hears something he loves. And if it is so, it means it's not that he wants to hear, isn't it? You see, there are many kinds of search. Liberation is not the demand of everybody. Really not. So it's banalized. Everybody has liberation in the mouth. Mouth only. Very few will have life or death. I want this life. And then at some point it is now. I speak to them. There is enough offering everywhere for the rest, which is great. I don't say the contrary, but it's not about liberation. It's better not to be confused about that. So, yeah.
I still discriminate. I mean, I still make a difference between the states, between happy states and the unhappy states.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous, but I feel that happy states are better than unhappy
Yeah, they are better for the body and the mind, yeah, sure. For the body mind, we will not make it a crazy person, better, yeah. But as the great sutra said, the great way is not difficult for those who have no preferences. The great way means the way to yourself is not difficult if one can see that any state will not help. So, okay, you may have a preference for good state. It's very human. I mean, I think somebody would be cuckoo not to do so. But it's about liberation here. So, the life is not considered. Life has preferences. It's duality. You cannot avoid that. But are you this body and mind? This is the question. Huh? are you it? And to have the answer to that, you have to cut off. I don't know how to express it. You are always that, you see, so you have to cut off from the person, from the hypnotism or fascination you have with that person you think you are. Just a moment, so that you can, so that the self itself can reveal itself, you see. Because otherwise it's the person who reveals itself all the time.
Ganga?
Yeah.
What happens and what is the difference after liberation?
First realize.
I'm just curious.
I don't think that the wise are so foolish to present what is unacceptable to the mind if it was not priceless, if it was not the key to real peace, real, something real. So blindly trust. And then you will be freed to ask this question and to want the answer. Huh? Means you will be free from the pride of I have a mind which thinks himself for real. It's worse. It's worse.
It means that my mind who wants to know this
Yes, he wants to be sure that it is something greater than what it knows or imagine, you know. He wants to delay this way. He has many tricks to maintain you. Yeah. Otherwise, you can read many scriptures. They describe what it is after liberation.
Yeah.
So read them.
Yeah, I used to have a lot of preconceptions in my mind about this.
The preconceptions are very, very pale.
Yeah.
It cannot, you see, the mind doesn't go there. So it cannot have an idea of what it is. It cannot. And ideas will be a concept. All liberation is like this. After liberation, I will behave like this or be like this. It's all so fake that I don't even want to go there. But that's the anxiety of the mind, of course, who wants to know, to be sure that it's the right path or the right, it's a demand which is it so precious and so on. Yeah, it is so precious. Yeah, do it. You see, the most beautiful, even person I could meet were those who realized why they were beautiful. It was not their nose which was perfect, or their eyes, or their head, or whatever. It was what made shine, what made it, what was going through the black, how you call it? Pupil. Look at the face of Ramana. Isn't it the most beautiful face? It's not his ears, it's not his, I don't know. It's something else, isn't it? So he wants to bring you there. The wise wants to bring you there. And that's what you are. That's what you are when you don't think. You are it always, but first you realize it when you don't think. And know that if you go into thinking, it is about something else. That's all. It's very simple, in fact. Oh, I'm thinking. Okay, it's about the world. I don't think. I abide as I always abide in myself. Huh? Okay.